What would you do if the family you just married into started hunting you for sport? This is Grace's story. As a child, Daniel is running around in the Domas family mansion with his brother Alex, when a wounded man named Charles confronts him begging for help. But Daniel calls for his family, who arrive wearing ceremonial masks and robes. Charles' bride, Helene, pleads for his life. However, Charles is shot with a spear gun and dragged away into a locked room. 30 years later, Alex, who left the Domas family long time ago, returns to the family mansion. He brings his fiancée, Grace, to get married. Grace grew up in foster care and is eager to finally have a real family. The Domas family is very rich because they run a successful games company. Grace feels nervous because of their wealth. She believes Alex's father hates her, and his brother, Daniel, keeps flirting with her. Just before the wedding ceremony, Alex asks Grace if she wants to run away and just elope instead. But Grace insists she is committed to him and wants to get to know the family of the man she loves. On their wedding night, Alex explains a family tradition to Grace. He tells her that every new person who marries into the family must play a game. The game begins at midnight. Grace doesn't have to win, but she must take part. She has to pick a random card. The name of the game they will play is written on that card. The family is a big and complicated one. It includes Alex, his brother Daniel, who is an alcoholic, and his sister Emily, who is a drug addict. There are also their parents, Tony and Becky. Daniel has a snobbish wife named Charity. Emily has a husband named Fitch, who is always whining. Their somber aunt Helene is also there. Alex's mother, Becky, is thankful that Grace has brought her son Alex back to the family. A long time ago, their ancestor, Victor Domas, ran a printing press. He met a mysterious man named Levesque while on a passenger ship and made a deal with him. Levesque collected rare old treasures and sold them. He and Victor both loved to gamble and play games. Levesque gave Victor a mysterious box with a puzzle and told him to solve it by morning, which Victor did. So, Levesque made a deal. He would make the Domas family very rich. Now, every time someone new marries into the family, they put a blank card in the box. Then, Levesque's spirit chooses which game they will play. Grace picks a card. It says hide and seek. She thinks it is a fun game, so she goes to hide. But the family is not playing a normal game. They grab antique weapons to hunt her down. The house has 3 maids, Clara, Tina, and Dora. Grace sees Emily accidentally kill Clara because Emily thought it was Grace. After this, Alex finally tells Grace the truth. Hide and seek card is the worst one to pick. It is the only game where the family must kill the new person. The family believes if she can stay alive until the sun comes up, their entire family will die. Alex hid this truth from Grace because he knew she would never have married him otherwise. The last time this card was drawn was 30 years ago, by Helen's husband, Charles, who was killed by the family. Grace is shocked, scared, and angry, but she is determined to survive no matter what. Daniel finds her, but he is tired of the family's bloody tradition. He lets her go and gives her a head start. To help her, Alex breaks the security monitors. In all the confusion, Emily accidentally kills Tina. Grace tries to run, but the family butler, Stevens, blocks her path. She throws hot tea in his face and escapes. Meanwhile, Alex attacks his father, Tony. Daniel and Tony then grab Alex and hold him down. Another servant, Dora, sees Grace, but as she yells for the family, she accidentally crushes herself in a dumbwaiter. Grace gets out of the mansion and hides in the barn. There, Emily's young son, Georgie, shoots her in the hand with a gun. Furious, Grace hits Georgie, but then she falls into a deep pit and lands on top of the rotting, dead bodies of all the people the family killed before. Grace climbs out of the pit, but she gets more cuts and wounds as she escapes. The butler, Stevens, chases after her. She finds his car and drives away to escape, but the car is reported as stolen and is shut down remotely. Stevens catches up to her and shoots her with a tranquilizer dart, putting her to sleep. As Stevens drives her back to the mansion, Grace wakes up and attacks him, causing the car to crash and kill Stevens. After the crash, Daniel finds Grace. He sees that his father is secretly watching them, so he captures her. Grace is taken back to the mansion. They tie her down to a symbol on the floor shaped like a pentagon and get ready to kill her to finish the ritual. The family drinks from a special ceremonial cup. Right after drinking, they all start to vomit blood. Daniel then sets Grace free and reveals that he secretly put poison in the drink. It won't kill them, but will make them very sick. But then Daniel's wife, Charity, shoots Daniel in the throat. Grace hits Charity in the head with the gun and thanks Daniel for trying to help her. But he bleeds and dies right there. Next, she picks up a heavy oil lamp and hits Tony with it, which accidentally starts a fire in the room. Becky attacks Grace. Grace finally snaps. She grabs a heavy wooden game box and hits Becky with it until she dies. Alex finds his brother Daniel's body. Then he finds Grace and sees his dead mother. Realizing that Grace will never stay with him after everything, Alex grabs her and holds her down. The rest of the family hail Satan as Alex gets ready to stab Grace. At the last second, Grace twists away. The knife stabs her in the shoulder. This lets her break free. Just then, the sun comes up. But nothing happens to the family. They think their tradition was a lie, and all the killing was for nothing. Even though Grace won the game, Helene gets angry and tries to attack her. But Helene suddenly explodes. Then, the rest of the family members also start exploding, one by one. Only Alex is left alive. He tries to talk to Grace, begging her to forgive him. But Grace throws her wedding ring back to him. The curse finally catches up to Alex, and he also explodes. Suddenly, the ghost of Labelle gives Grace a nod of approval. The police finally arrive at the mansion. Grace's white wedding dress is now stained deep red with blood. A police officer asks what happened. Grace replies, "In-laws." Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next